Jeffrey Toobin. He's one of my favorite people ever. Now, here's my problem. Here's what I don't like about people are kink shaming. People are kink shaming. They're kink shaming me.
Kink shaming you?
Yes.
Why?
Well, speaking of the old school blogs, like when you were telling that story, it was so funny and people were laughing because it was kind of like the first time a lot of them had heard that or read that type of shit, Now, if you've been riding with Barstool for a long time, you've read every blog, you've heard every podcast, you've heard every story, right? So it's all out there. But there was a time early on where, you would say something, and if everyone could relate to it, it was like, bam, I hit a home run. It's like, don't you remember when you were a kid and you did X, Y, Z, and everyone's like, I did that too. Or like in that case, like, I once had a guy shit in my toilet too, and they can relate to it and they love it. And like the big fear when I was blogging was always like, what if you say one of those things with confidence and like, yeah, we all did this. And everyone's like, no, we didn't, you fucking weirdo. That was like my big fear.
One of those things like Casey Smith online yesterday saying that, is it rock, paper, scissors or paper, scissor, rock? And she lost that vote 98% to 2%. Casey Smith could have tweeted, is slavery good or bad? And it would have been a more balanced response.
45,000 votes, too. It wasn't like one of those like 10 people voted. Right. So it's like, 98 to 2. I'm not kidding you.
She could have asked if we could enslave our fellow man, and more people would have said yes than said paper, scissors, rock.
That is the most wrong opinion in the history of the internet. And I'm not kidding. I've never seen a 98 to 2. We had this argument like a while
rock,
back.
Scissor. I forget whichever it was.
Whichever.
Yeah.
She said it to me at one point throughout the night. She was like, well, what about scissor, paper, rock? Like she switched up the order. I was like, no.
It's rock, paper, scissors.
There's one, I told her it would be like, and I got this dumb religious bitch on this one. I told her, what if I just started saying, in the name of the Spirit and the Son and the Father? No, you don't do it. There's an order to it. And she was like, oh, you're right there. You're right there. Rock, paper, scissors. That's it. And I really believe, I don't think I've ever seen a Twitter poll that bad for a sizable vote.
No.
We said this a couple years ago that everything ends in 50-50 basically. And if you can get it to like 60-40, that means it's like a landslide.
It's a blowout.
98 to 2.
Marty's dumb poll last week of the man-made shit was 96 to 4.
Yeah. And that is like literally, I thought that was the stupidest opinion in the world. What does man-made mean? Fucking his other definition was like things not made by man.
It was here before people.
So it could not have been made by a man. You fucking idiot. But so I said, like who hasn't popped open a Pornhub tab when you're like on a work call or doing some work? And people were like, not me. I was like, really?
I don't think I have either. I haven't. I've probably. I don't follow many porn stars
prudes
on Twitter. Because that's the only place you can post porn. Or I guess you can do it on, I don't know where else you can do it. But I don't follow many porn stars. I think I only follow No Face Girl. What up? I'm going to get you your Sad Girl Season hoodie.
She said she's got 2 extra blow bots. So I was like, send one towards your boy. A blow bot? Let's go.
But aside from her, I don't follow many. But I would, on a call, if I was scrolling Twitter and I saw a girl posted a naked picture, I'd open that. But I would not open my Safari and go to Pornhub.
You're
and I get it. Like,
prude.
I get that sometimes, particularly if you're hungover, but sometimes you're at work and you're like, fuck, I'm horny. Like, that's just what's happening. I'm horny right now. Like, I can get horny for any fucking reason. If the wind blows a certain way, my nips and dicks are going to get hard. It's just what happens. And I'm going to be like, fuck, I need to go jerk off or something like that. So if I can avoid doing it at work, Toobin should be able. And it's different. You're at home. I get all that. But okay, you want a little tale here? I obviously live with my girlfriend now, and porn becomes harder to watch.
It's a different thing.
It's not something that's not allowed. It's just weird. Like, I'm not going to fucking watch it in bed with you. That's bizarre.
Yeah.
So I've started exercising. I've started working out, so I have an excuse to shower multiple times per day. So when I'm in the bathroom, I'm going to get in the best shape of my life just so I can watch porn.
Best shape of your life just so you can crack stick in the shower. So that means now you're shower jerking too.
No. I go before I get in. But so like Toobin's got to find an excuse.
Where are you doing it?
Fucking toilet, bro.
You coming in the toilet?
Am I coming in the toilet? No,
Yeah.
I come on the wall. I don't really, but yeah, maybe I do.
Maybe.
Maybe I have. But the point is, Jeffrey Toobin, you see, when you have a problem where you're fucking honey, and you're like, I gotta fucking pull pud right now, or else I'm not gonna be able to think.
Yeah.
I get it. I've been there.
That's
but you
the
gotta
JJO.
find a fucking solution. You can't. Hey, Toobin, guess what? You got irritable bowel syndrome, buddy. You got to get up from meetings all the time and go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
okay?
I mean, that's the thing is like, I'm totally on board with. I sympathize with his plight. I can't co-sign how he handled it.
Yeah,
you know,
excuse yourself.
When
How
you're in that mode, you can come in like 60 seconds.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Fire it up.
Yeah, like so. Just go to the bathroom.
That is just a medical procedure. That's not
if
like
I
I'm not
was-
masturbating.
no.
I'm just getting my mind
It's
right.
like peeing. It sounds like peeing. It's like I gotta get the cum out of my dick the same way I get the pee. If I was on a Zoom, I would just move it to the side, maybe mute it. Come on back, I'm done.
You just get
Nobody would
you
know.
can go fucking Toobin, you could go be like, excuse me, I gotta go use the bathroom real quick. You don't have to sit down. You could fucking, I bet you could fire off in that situation when you're that fucking horny that you're gonna risk on a Zoom call with the New York Times.
Yeah.
You're like, I gotta fucking jerk this dick. If you're that fucking horny, you can finish it just standing over the toilet faster than a piss.
I would be like Grandpa Simpson. I'd walk in the bathroom, come, walk right back out. I fucking wouldn't even break stride. Coming while I'm walking and right back to
I'd be
work.
walking over. It's like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
Toilet.
A walking jerk, no doubt. By the way, Kelly Keys used to work for the New Yorker, and she told me, like, those calls, this is what I didn't quite understand. Couple things about the Toobin situation. One, they were doing a role play. So, like, you have to be...
Oh, boy. No wonder you're horny.
I know. That's what I said. I'm like, you know, the big joke right now is they were doing an election call, and everyone's saying it's an erection call, and what kind of role playing was he doing? But she said, like, she knows the people that were on that call, and they are, like, very important. Like, they are major players who were involved. And that call is, like, a well-known thing that they do at the company. So this is, like, a big deal, which actually leads me to believe that it was a little more intentional. Not that he was trying to get seen, but that he thought he was muted, and he was like, I'm jerking off. Well, you know, the call is happening. I do think it was a little bit more voyeuristic, exhibitionist than... But here's my other thing. I mean, snitches get stitches, man. This did not have to be a story. So those people on that call...
How many people were on the call?
I don't know. But it was, like, internal. I thought, like, maybe there's... clients or whatever, that they were the ones who spoke up, but like they could have closed ranks. Like they needed a leader to step in and be like, we all saw Jeffrey yank his dick. We're not going to talk about that because like we're going to fucking ruin this man and our reputation.
I don't agree with this at all.
You think he should be aired out?
This is a message to Barstool Sports. If you jerk off on a call I'm on, I'm talking about it.
I guess so, yeah.
Like I'm talking about it in like I'm going to make fun of you and like tell the story.
But that's because we work here too, though. If you worked at a regular company, would you really rat somebody?
I would no. But I would talk about it with enough people that someone would.
Yeah, that's
I'd be
the
like,
thing.
yo, you guys are not gonna
Yeah.
guess what Tom did.
You know what I would do? Here's what a real leader would do to make sure that man doesn't get ruined and the New Yorker like keeps their reputation up. I would be like, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we all saw Jeffrey yank his dick. Okay, I am setting the clock for 15 minutes. We're going to talk about this for 15 minutes. Get all your jokes out. Get all your puns. I would be like Tony Reali with the points. You know, I'd be, all right, that was funny. That was that was the best joke of the night. And Jeffrey has to sit there with his fucking limp dick and his head in shame. And we just get it all out of our system. And then we never speak of it again, like in the fucking Hangover when they look at the pictures. We're going to look at it once, and that's it.
I would have interrupted him
again.
right after he finished and have been like, Hey, we all saw that, by the way. We were quiet while you were doing it. You're not allowed to clean it up. Rest of the phone call, you have to sit there. It'll come on your dick and in your hand.
So, by the way, you think he came?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who the fuck starts jerking off without coming?
Well, so that's the way.
Unless there's a 9/11 like in my building, I'm gonna finish coming. There's the fire alarm.
I think
I'm gonna finish.
I think I disagree. I think there's a 9/11. I'm finishing. So I'm like, well, I think I'm about to die. Like, you know what I
No,
mean?
I'd be on a lower floor. I could just walk out. It would be easy, and I'd still be like, well, let's. I think this building's pretty strong,
pretty sturdy.
Yeah, I'd give the wall a punch. Like she's holding up all
Yeah,
right.
this is weight bearing. We're fine. But the way they described that was like he kind of came back to the call and didn't know what had happened. So that means he had to have come.
Man, imagine
because you don't just stop.
Watching a fucking old man wipe cum off his hands. Jeffrey, we're talking about the presidential election here, please. Can you fucking get that cum out of here? Like
it's almost 4 p.m. in London. It's 4 p.m. somewhere.
Of all like the grotesque things I've seen, I think seeing an out of shape older man finish masturbating would be my like my Blanca.
You know what the worst part?
Where like I'd become a serial killer if I saw a fat guy. Because when you're fucking pulling pud, you're not really too concerned about what everything else is doing. So like his stomach was hanging,
everything's flapping and shaking. It's a fast motion, so if you're not in shape, it's jiggling and stuff. The noise, your face,
like, just watch an old man come. I've seen Lemon Party. I'd rather watch Lemon Party the rest of my life than see an old man come in his hand.
Definitely, man. Forget about the O face, like the pre-O face, the working at it face, where you're like, you know what it would be like? Remember when Hector Salamanca was trying to ring his bell, and he was like, that's an old man jerking off. Just trying to get there. Just trying to get there. Trying to get to the finish line.
Fuck, that's the same face I make. This has ruined masturbation for me. You
ruined it. It's all Toobin's fault.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but that dude had to finish. And you know what the worst part is? If he's old like that, it's not a great cum shot. It just kind of dribbles out.
Oh, you're just judging his cum shot.
Yeah, it just like dribbles down his knuckles. He's not Peter North in that shit, He's not tossing fucking ropes.
What if Toobin fucking milked himself?
Oh.
What if he was fucking sitting on his own finger?
What if he's got one of those, like, when they put like the thing around their balls, you know what I mean? Like you wrap it around. Like he's got all sorts of toys and weird shit, and he's jerking it off like he's milking it the upside down.
He had on nipple clamps, and he was fucking. He had the chain in his mouth, and he kept rearing back to pull it.
Too far, bro. Too far. The chain in his mouth, and he's rearing back to pull it.
God. Oh, you poor son of a bitch,
Toobin. Fucking Toobin. So wait.
Poor Toobin woke up fucking yesterday morning and was like, God, that was the worst dream ever.
I know.
And he cracked open Twitter.
Fuck. Yeah, I think that's actually kind of a new thing for me. I recently have had that feeling of you wake up and I like forgot about bad news and like for like a couple seconds and then it comes like back to you. Like I've had that moment where I'm like, oh, that's right. Like my lawyer did call. Like but I have a few maybe like a minute, like 60 seconds of actual like amnesia or I forgot and had like bliss for a moment. That rushing back to him in the morning where he was like, oh yeah, no, I did. I did get caught jerking off.
We were talking about Joe Biden and Donald Trump, and I
was jerking off.
Was jerking off,
and everybody knows.
I was so turned on by the 2020 election result. I had to come in my fucking hand.
Do you think he could have handled it better? Do you think if he said something, it would be better than hiding the way he did? I think he should. I think he should have.
Yeah, but there's at that level. I think we're like even kind of reached that level here. Where like sometimes people who are higher than you are like, you're not allowed to say anything. Like, no, I can fix this. I can at least take a cut. I'm not gonna Carlos Beltran this. I'm not gonna fucking.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Ricochet shot. I'm not gonna leave it on my shoulder. Let me go down swinging.
Yeah, I think I would have either tried to come up with a joke or I would have said something like, just a statement like I am so embarrassed, and I would have said something like, this is tough for like my kids, like make them think about that because that sucks. He has like kids that are, I think, like teens. That sucks. Like you go to school the next day and it's like,
being a
hey
parent
John, I heard
so
your fucking dad was jerking off at work. Like, oh my, shoot yourself in the fucking head,
dude.
Man.
That must if I do this wrong, like my kid's high school fucking experience is gonna suck.
Catastrophe. It's the worst. Don't have kids if you're ever gonna screw up again. Because it's not great. But yeah, I think I would have tried to make a joke or at least said something because it'd be better than this. I don't know. This is just like he's going to run and hide, so we're going to keep on joking about it. Yikes.